Hello everyone, I hope you are keeping well and safe at home and you've been busy with your home learning. Today we are going to be doing a literacy lesson together and we are focusing on informal letter writing. So by the end of the session you will have written a postcard. To help you do this, we are going to discuss the key features of a postcard. We are going to learn about contractions, what they are and when we should use them, and we are also going to discuss different types of sentences, focusing on exclamations and questions today. So before we start, pause the video and make sure that you have got a pencil, some paper, and your thinking caps are on and you are ready to learn. Brilliant. So the first thing that we're going to discuss today is what is the difference between a formal and informal letter? Can you pause the video and tell your adult some of the differences between the two types of letters? Well done. Let's have a look to see if we have some of the same ideas. So formal letters are normally sent to people that you don't know. You use formal language and they can be sent for various reasons. For example, you might use them to make a complaint or to provide information. And if you think back to in school, we wrote a formal letter to the Queen to give her some information. Informal letters, on the other hand, are sent to people that you know and they use informal language, and they could be a postcard like we're going to write today or a simple thank you note. Okay, so our first challenge today is to try and match these formal words with their informal versions. So the word imagine, for example, can be swapped for one of these words, but we need to work out which one. So I imagine you have been very busy at home. What informal word can I swap for imagine? So I tar, you have been very busy at home. That doesn't make sense. I ain't, you have been very busy at home. Doesn't make sense either. I ASAP, you have been very busy at home. That also doesn't make sense. I reckon you have been very busy at home. That does make sense. So you could swap the formal word imagine for the informal word reckon. They mean the same thing. Can you now pause the video and have a go at matching the other formal words with their informal versions? Well done. Let's have a look to see if you have got the same answers. So the formal word wonderful can be swapped to the informal word wicked. We have, it means the same thing as we've. As soon as possible can be abbreviated, that means it's a shorter version, to ASAP. Are not can be changed to ain't. Thank you could be changed to tar, and tomorrow could be written as tomoz in an informal letter. Well done if you've got some of those answers correct. So today we are focusing on postcards and the key features of a postcard. So I have got some examples here of postcards that Mrs. Vingo sent us while she was away on her travels, and she was sharing information about the different countries she visited. So people send postcards to their friends to let them know about different places that they have visited, either on holiday or for a day trip, and they share lots of interesting information, and often it will have a nice picture of the place on the front so that they can show their friends. So here I have got a postcard to a person called Tom, and Anna has written, "Hi Tom, how are you? We are having lots of fun on holiday. Yesterday we went to the beach. I made a huge golden sandcastle and ate lots of delicious fruity ice cream. Today we went to a theme park. We went on lots of scary rides, but it was lots of fun. What a brilliant day out. Tomorrow we're going on a boat trip. I can't wait to see the dolphins. Love from Anna." So the first key feature on our postcard is the informal greeting, "Hi Tom." It doesn't say "Dear Tom," it is the informal greeting, "Hi." You could use the word "hey" or "hello" instead. The next key feature is the address of the person you are sending the postcard to. Then you provide some information in the body of your postcard, in the writing. So here, Anna has used some expanded noun phrases to describe the sandcastle that she built and the delicious fruity ice cream that she ate. The next key feature is informal language. So Anna has used some contractions here, we're and can't. We're going to talk about contractions in a moment, but these are informal words that make her letter less formal. And then finally, Anna has signed off her postcard saying "Love from Anna." So these are the 5 key features that you will need to include in your postcard when you write it. So what are contractions? A contraction is made when two words are put together to make a shorter word, and some of the letters from those two words are removed and replaced with an apostrophe. So here I have got my contraction machine and I have got 4 phrases. I have got are not, he had, she will, and I have. They are going to go through my contraction machine and become just one word. Let's have a look. So she will becomes she'll. He had becomes he'd. I have becomes I've. And are not becomes aren't. So if you have a look here at I have, we have lost the letter H and A from have and replaced it with an apostrophe. The same here with he had, we have lost the H and the A from had and replaced it with an apostrophe to make he'd. So now if I had the words do not, and I wanted to change that to make it a contraction, to make it just one word, what letters do I need to get rid of? So let's have a think. Do not. The contracted version is don't. So if I write that down, don't. I have replaced the O in not with my apostrophe. So don't is the contracted version of do not. Can you have a go at home at contracting, at shortening the phrase you have? So can you try and make the contraction for you have? Okay, let's have a look. So I know that when you contract you have, it becomes the word you've. So I am going to replace the letters H and A with my apostrophe to form the word you've. Well done if you got that correct. Okay, so we are going to try really hard today to include a contraction in our postcard, because a contraction is an informal word and a postcard is an informal letter. We're also going to try hard today to include 2 different types of sentences in our postcards. We're going to include an exclamation sentence, and exclamations are used when someone is surprised. They often start with the words how or what, and they end with an exclamation mark. For example, what an amazing sunset. The person is surprised at the beauty of the sunset. Then we're also going to try really hard to include a question in our postcard. So questions are sentences that ask you something, and they always end with a question mark. For example, you could ask someone at the beginning of your postcard, how are you today? Or have you had a good weekend? So your task today that I would like you to have a go at is to write a postcard to your friend, telling them about something exciting that you have done recently. It might have been that you have baked a cake at home, or you watched a really funny film. And I would like you to remember to include the key features of a postcard that I have put over here for you to remember. Some contractions, for example, don't, couldn't, or won't. An exclamation sentence, remember you have your exclamation mark at the end, and a question. Remember that could be at the beginning, asking the person how they are. And then don't forget, the key features are here for you to look back and check. You need to include the person's address. You need an informal greeting, so you could say hi or hey. You need informal language, so the contractions don't, won't. You need information about what you have done, and you also then need to sign it off saying goodbye or love from and your name at the end. You can then submit your postcard to your teacher either on Purple Mash, or you can take a picture of it and email it to your teacher with your parents' help. Thank you for watching the lesson today, and I look forward to seeing you all soon, hopefully. Take care.